All right, so welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. And we're going to discuss the squad that has been released for the Reggae Boyz Gold Cup prelim. Imagine. So welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. All right, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're here for the first time. So the Reggae Boyz have released, well, the JFF have released his squad. Steve McClaren has released his squad to play in the 2 games versus St. Vincent, the Gold Cup prelims. And personally, I don't think we should have a problem with St. Vincent. Now, as you know, squad release, there's always issues where that is concerned. There's nothing we can do, nothing we can say. People are going to find issues. That just happen. That just like happen. Fly high, fly low. People are going to have issues overall. But let's just have a look at the squad. I know everything already. Let's have a look at the squad and see what the squad have to do. Goalkeepers, we have Andre Blake, Shaquan Davis, Jamal Wait. Defenders, well, I'm quite happy. There's inclusion of JPL players. Especially a game like this. Whereas, you know, we don't really, I don't see St. Vincent as a team we're going to worry about. So this is actually a good opportunity for McClaren to probably win over some of the fans locally. But I do have concerns. And I'm going to state those concerns as well. So let me continue. Defenders, Richard King, Kyle Ming, Christopher Aidsworth, Fitzroy Cummins, Dexter Lembikisa, Amari Bell, Joel Latibodier, Ethan Pinnock, stacked with defenders. Midfielders, Tyrick McGee, Casey Palmer, Bobby Reed, Sole McCullough, Joshan Anglin, Isaac Aiden. On the forward line now we have Leon Bailey, Werner Brown, Demarai Gray, Shamar Nicholson, Ronaldo Cephas, and Kaheem Dixon. So, pretty much a balanced squad where local players are concerned, and also we have the players at the higher level, at the higher quality, higher caliber players, pretty much right balanced. Some of the better local players, I do think though out of all of them, Tole McCullough. All right, so let me just first give you a breakdown of the local players. Let me give you a breakdown of the local players. How they are doing so far this season, what's happening with them. So, and the reason I'm going to give you a breakdown of the local players is if for this purpose, Steve McClaren decides that he's going to involve some of the local players for this camp, the big question is he involving the players who are having good form, or is he just going for a bit of continuity, just involving players that he has already worked with, if that's the case. So let's have a look at the players that he brought into the team, and let's have a discussion surrounding that. Now, we already know the players that are regular part of the setup. So let's go. All right, so the first player is in the goal, Shaquan Davis. He's already a part of the setup. His team is will have the best defensive record this season. They have the best defensive record this season. I think he has the most clean sheet as well. One of the team with the most clean sheet as well. So far in the JPL, he's having a relatively good season. Nevertheless, apparently, possibilities are he might not even play as well. Andre Blake is number 1, and that won't change. Jamal will probably, Shaquan Davis probably fall all the way at 3rd choice. So, I'm happy that he got the opportunity as well. Let's now move on to the defenders. Now, Richard King, who is basically a mainstay in the setup, and I don't think many persons have got issues with that. Cavaliers though conceding quite a few goals, not necessarily of Richard King's doing. We all know what Richard King can offer to the team, and I do think he's a player that a lot of persons have a lot of time for. I think he's a top quality young defender. Richard King was like 23. And I personally believe that Richard King should not be in Jamaica. None at all. He shouldn't be in Jamaica. But let's see what the future holds for him. Kyle Ming at Mount Pleasant as well. No, you will see quite a few Mount Pleasant players because so far they are the creme de la creme in the league. So the expectations are they're going to see more of them players. That's just how things are. Just the same as if in the EPL or anywhere worldwide, if there's like in a La Liga, the two teams that dominate the Spain team, Barcelona, Real Madrid. That has been how it is for years because they're the two best team in the league. So Mount Pleasant is the best team in the league. Some possibilities are on form right now. You will see possibilities are they will get more players that in the national setup than anyone else. That's just how it is at this present moment. And I don't think that will change at any time soon. Kyle Ming also having a good season. Now, Christopher Ainsworth, I do think you guys would have seen him despite last night, what happened, giving away the penalty. Also have I think he had 2 good games. But in aspect, he's on a 19-year-old, Ainsworth, a 19 years old, most cap, under 20 player cap in the Jamaica Premier League. Really good left back also. So, me seeing Ainsworth here, no problem at all. Next up we have is Fitzroy Cummins. I think Fitzroy is having a decent season. Sometimes the performances aren't not naturally as smooth as you'd like it, or should I say as consistent as you'd like it. But he's one of the players from Mount Pleasant as well, and also having a good season in a back 3 setup. So I understand seeing Fitzroy Cummins there. Next person is on the list of local players is Tariq McGee. No, his selection now, people, you can question that one. You can question that one. So if the coach said, no, we want an attacking midfielder. Because when you look at that midfield, you have Casey Palmer, Tariq McGee, Bobby Reid, Sole McCullough, Jashawn Anglin, Isaac Aiden. Isaac Aiden's DM, Jashawn Anglin DM, Sole McCullough DM / number 8. Bobby Reid, can probably say number 10, but more likely a winger. Casey Palmer, number 8. So Tariq McGee possibly is the only creative player in the team. Now, if you really look at the league, I say, you know what? This league, this so far, this season, and you want a creative player, and you're looking for just say generally, you're looking for a midfielder in the JPL. So you have a slot for one attacking midfielder or one midfielder from the JPL. In all honesty, between Jashawn Angle and Sole McCullough will always be that aspect because both of them are DMs, and DMs are DMs normally position will fall short in a Jamaica team. But if you're going to go for anything other than a DM, and you're going to say is that probably a box-to-box or a number 10, I have to say, or probably a creative player, I have to say it's Nikhil Ellis. I think this season he has been far above all other creative midfielders in the league. Far, far above all of them. He's above Tariq McGee right now at this present moment. He's above Tariq McGee. He's above Alex Marshall. Right at this present moment where form is considered. Above Jaime Thomas. It's above the number 10 from Montego Bay, the Brazilian. Which other attacking midfielder we can look on in the league? Other attacking midfielders. I pick out the best of the best, you know. And I have to say that Nikhil Ellis is above all of them right now on farm right at this present moment. The kid is incredible. And he's just 20 years old. I think he's 19 or 20. I think he's 20 years old. Yeah. I think he turned 20 this year. I think he turns 20 this year. The kid is crazy. So for me personally, if I'm going for an attacking midfielder, I would have to go for Nikhil Ellis. But the possibilities are the selection of Tariq McGee is because it's already a part of the senior team setup. So maybe that's one of the reasons why McClaren Auto just say, you know what, let me stick with continuity and players that I've worked with already. So that could be the case. But I'm just putting out there about players or specifically attacking midfielders at this present moment who are performing well in the league. So then let's go again. We have Sole McCullough, both Sole McCullough and Jashawn Anglin. They're basically the reason why Mount Pleasant actually have such a good defensive record and they're doing so well. They are the pivot. They are the pivot in the team They are the anchor in the team. They're the engine in the team, and both of them. So, Wells, Werner Brown. No, you have John Mara Calvin, Werner Brown. Who else? John Mara Calvin, Werner Brown, Fletcher, Brian Brown. Who else? Fabian Reed. Meta about pure striker because a striker. I already have winger. I know it's a bit difficult for young wingers like McClaren full of get a break in. It will be tough because they already have wingers. They have I think Dixon possibly go play wing, Cephas, Gray, and Bailey. So I don't see anyone I winger them a break in. The two strikers would be Werner Brown and Boza. Kyle Dixon, he's been playing centre forward recently for Charlton, and he scored quite a few goals. He scored actually the other day as well. Scored actually on Tuesday to help Sydney Charlton Athletic win their game academy. So there's not a lot of strikers in the league. Ryan Edwards, there's a few strikers in the league, and I have to say at this present moment, I do believe that Werner Brown gets the nod above everybody else. I do understand that. Javier Bryan at Waterhouse as well. I do understand that. Werner Brown from Arnett Garden. I do understand him getting the nod over everyone else. He's performing quite well so far this season. One of the leading goal scorers. I think he's the leading goal scorer. Between Mark Calvin. I think I'm Werner Brown. Anyways, at the end of the day, I definitely understand his selection. Now, let me go back to the squad. Andre Blake, Shaquan Davis, Jamal Waite, Richard King, Kyle Ming, Christopher Ainsworth, Fitzroy Cummins, Dexter Lemikisa, Amar Bell, Joey Latibodier, Ethan Pinnock, Tarek McGee, Casey Palmer, Bobby Reed, Sole McCullough, Joshan Anglin, Isaac Aiden, Leon Bailey, Werner Brown, Demarai Gray, Shamar Nicholson, Arnaldo Cephas, Kyle Dixon. The truth is, as I said, the high profile players will start. Then no, based off old game the game are panned out, then you'll see more than likely you'll see some of our local talents getting that opportunity based off how the game panned out. And I 100% don't believe we should even struggle against St. Vincent. Squad, I'm a little bit worried. Based off of the press conference and listen to the press conference. I'm starting to wonder now if McClaren really watch the players them, and because inconsistently I talk about White Scout, and White Scout can tell you so much, but I think the eye test, you can't beat the eye test. You will never beat the eye test, especially if you want players to fit your system. You want to see how they play, their movements on and off the ball, how they operate throughout the game. Versus White Scout tell us, them score the goal they do, score 3 goals, 4 goals, but when you really watch a game, you see the type of goal they score. You see the position on the pitch where him take up to score the goals. You see movement. Then you look at White Scout again as a midfielder, which is that now. White Scout can not necessarily. White Scout not necessarily going to help you, especially with midfielders. Because you have to see how players play. You can imagine you see a midfielder and all of a sudden him not get selected, he might perform well. Him not get selected because probably not scoring a goal or registering assists. But when you look at his performances and the work rate, engineering, the position and the pitch he might take up, the defensive positions, and all that kind of something, why it's going to really go show it all in the details. So you have to see the game for yourself. So now I'm a bit worried that McClaren is not necessarily watching the players. I'm slightly a bit worried about that. Some of the questions that were asked, you could see that he didn't really answer them directly in kind of brush around it. Nobody said nothing about it, but me I say it now. Probably me I get a little bit of feet. But I say go. Anyways, not going to go any further. Big up on yourself, smash the like button. If me go give this a squad for this game specifically, me I say probably it's a good squad for this game. The higher the caliber squad game become, you know that go already. We already know that go already. Surprised not to see Ravel Morrison. He was included in the last setup. Did not see him now. And this is actually a better game for him to get a run. But maybe he's just not a player regular enough for McClaren to say, you know what, you deserve that chance or that opportunity. But let's see how it goes still. Big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. We are out. Well, I know when I'm going to flip the screen. Hey, Aguana. Yeah, man. So we're out. God bless. Boom. I mean, like, share, and subscribe, people. Outside. And then what? Outside.